We live. Hey, yeah, we live. Hey, y'all tuned into another episode of This or That podcast. I'm your host, Alexander the Great. And I got another special guest with me today. She's a photographer. We're going to talk about our journey in photography today. We have Miss Luz on the show. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me.
For sure. You know how we usually do. So we usually start out just trying to get the background of the person I bring on. So
Okay.
if you want to start with, like, you know, your journey in photography, what made you start being becoming a photographer, or what made you choose that path?
So I started photography my high school year. I took a class my senior year, and Miss Waldron, my Olathe North High School teacher, she was the one that like really motivated me to get into it. So
Okay.
from there, I took that class that semester, and then after that, I stopped because obviously we could only borrow like the cameras, that semester. And then I didn't pick it up for years until like right before COVID. So 2019 was when I bought my first camera.
Okay.
And from there, I just wanted to keep shooting. So
Right.
that was the first time that I like really had a professional camera besides high school.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I kept it up, and then I started my business, and
So
now I'm here.
So in high school, when you like what, like you just was like, hey, I'm gonna just.
It was so high school, the way that I had like my schedule, because like my best friend and I, Karen, we took like all honors classes, all AP classes. So
Okay.
by the time we got to senior year, like the only thing we could take was like electives.
Oh,
And
right.
I needed like space to fill up my
Right.
schedule
Oh, okay.
because I couldn't get off like too early. So I was like looking at all the classes, and I was like, you know what, like photography sounds interesting, like let me give that a shot. So that's
so
where it
just
kind of like stemmed from.
out
But
of the way.
but it was like just picking something randomly, it wasn't like, oh, this is like my number one pick.
Right.
But then of course being in the class, like, and then having my teacher, Miss Waldron, like she really just made that entire experience like
Great way.
so genuine and amazing that was like what I had set my eyes on after that. So
Okay, nice.
I'm so thankful to her for that.
That's what's up, Miss Waldron. You got out here producing this dope footage.
Yes.
But so you said you just kind of went in on the limb. It's like, I need to pick something and did photography. You was like, oh, I really love this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's done from there. And
that's crazy how things work, right?
yeah, I just started shooting my friends, my best friend. I started doing photo shoots with her.
Okay.
Like family and everyone, and then it just started growing from there.
Okay. Do you like doing portraits like of people versus like landscape? What is that kind of like? I can't think.
Yeah, landscape photography.
Mhm,
I like both. I do like both. I think with landscape photography, I like to focus that more on like when I travel, when I go visit places.
Right.
Because versus here, like we are in place like in a more city
Right,
area, so
right.
there's not like too much that I can do. But portrait wise, I love shooting portraits and people and couples, families, individual portraits, branding, like whatever really. But that's like my main focus when I'm here with my business. And
Okay.
once I travel, I do like to just like take photos of everything
that you
point.
see. Yeah. No, you got some pretty dope photos on your page. You gotta go check it out too, man. She got some dope photos. So yeah. So you like shooting people. So when you are like in your mode of shooting your clients and whatnot, do you kind of also direct them in like posing and stuff like that, or are they already naturally good at it? How does that go?
For sure. I think, not to interrupt you, sorry.
No, you good.
I think when it comes to more, I think, how to explain it? When someone's more like lively, like how you are, someone that's very extroverted, it comes very naturally for them. So then it's not, so much getting them out of that phase where they understand they're behind the camera.
Right.
But if it's like a model that I'm working with, usually they'll have experience, and I'll just be working with them back and forth. Like you give a little, they give a little, and it's easier sometimes with them. But when it comes to clients, like you do want to make sure that you're helping with posing and direction, and it doesn't have to be like, oh, do this exact pose, but more so like, can I, like if it's a partner in a couple photo shoot, like what's something that you guys like to say to each other that makes you laugh or smile or whatever, that gets them out of their comfort zone and such. But really making sure that you are understanding that everyone's different. So not like the same direction that you give someone is going to work for someone else.
Right. Now that makes sense.
Yeah, I definitely try my best to give as much direction and posing advice or whatever I see is fit for the photo shoot, because that's super important.
Okay.
You don't want it to feel awkward, like
right.
silence and then just clicking away.
Have you ever had a client where it was just super awkward, where it was like the pictures didn't even come out right or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
You don't got to name no names.
No. I think for the most part, I've had nothing but like really good client experiences.
Okay.
But I would say it was more so on my end when I first started.
Okay.
I had no idea how to direct people. I had no idea how to really work like professionally as a business at that point. So I could have improved a lot with my direction and stuff. So like it was very much on me and not giving the proper feedback to get the pictures that we needed. But you live and you learn, and as I started doing more shoots and getting to work with more people, I definitely learned. You
got seasoned more with it. No, I mean that's real. I mean that's good that you could recognize it was coming from you, so you knew that a lot of people be like, no, I'm the best photographer in the world.
No. So and I know I'm nowhere near that, but I think even like now there's still so much that I can learn and that I try to learn, especially with like studio photography. I feel like there's so many like different lighting scenarios and situations that you can really manipulate to get certain looks that I love to play around with and that I want to learn more. So even now, like there's so much that you can still learn from.
With that being said, like do you like go through like YouTube tutorials and kind of look at different settings and lights and stuff like that? You got like a person page that you like looking at their work?
So there's two. They're both named Jessica, actually. There's Jessica Gobasi, if I say her name wrong. I'm so sorry. Her and then Jessica Whitaker. And I was actually super close to Jessica Whitaker, like being in the area, because I was in Seattle and she's from Seattle. Okay. And I was in Seattle last year, but I thought that was just, like the funniest thing, because I was so close I could have ran into her. Right. But
6 degrees separation.
Them two is who are like my favorite photographers, and their styles are very different. They don't do so much studio work. They do more like outdoor portrait photography. And Jessica Gobasi, she travels a lot. Like she'll be in Japan a lot. So like that's really like who I admire really a lot, but I admire both of them. But I would say they're more like outdoor portrait photographers. Studio photographers, I don't know that I really watch too many people on YouTube. But when I first started out, more so I did watch a lot of like tutorials and stuff. And like now, I would say I'm more like on TikTok watching like photographers and like how they'll set up like certain looks and like their stuff that they like to try out. Because there's so much trends now going on. Where it's like and I just started doing like the spotlight look. And I was on there and I was seeing people like doing different versions of that, like having mirrors on the floor, and all sorts of stuff to like make it different, So
that's nice.
That's where I've been a lot on right now, is TikTok watching people. But
okay. And you were speaking about like they were outside shooters versus inside. Do you prefer to be outside shooting, or do you like the studio lighting? Do you like natural lighting better? Which one do you prefer?
I think studio photography has grown on me, but I think I am for sure like an outdoors person. But that's just like how I am naturally. I just think that when I shoot outdoors, the lighting is just so beautiful. Especially if you do like a golden hour shoot, like right before golden hour, it just makes your photos look so stunning, and you get like that really soft, like yellowish lighting. But it's not. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's not harsh. Like if we were in the daytime, or whenever it's cloudy, like the average person would be like, oh no, like it's gonna rain or it's too cloudy. Like I can't do a photo shoot. No, that's like perfect for us, because it's like a softbox. It looks so nice on camera. Like I love shooting outside when it's those kind of situations. And even now, like now that it's getting nicer, I'm so excited.
I know, right?
To be outside and be photo shooting outdoors.
So are you going to stick with more still images? Are you ever going to get into any video with the camera or anything like that? You thinking?
I would want to eventually. Like that's been on my plane. I've gotten asked about that for a while now. But I think with like the camera that I have right now, it's not possible. So I feel like once I upgrade, I can definitely dabble into it. And try it out. Because one of my favorite photographers, he's my friend, Pierre.
Shout out to Pierre.
Yeah, shout out to Pierre. He's my go-to with anything. He is just so professional, experienced, like everything.
Nice.
Like that's whenever someone asks me and I can't do it, I'm like, go to
here.
here. That's my go-to.
Okay.
But he has started to get into videography and stuff. And he is so good. So that's like my, that's kind of like my motivation is like,
right.
I want to get there.
Right, right. And would you be thinking about doing like more movies, more short clips? Like,
I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think maybe like starting out with like my friend photographers,
right.
like doing BTS for them and stuff like that first. And then, yeah, I don't know about like movies.
I mean, shooting like for that. Somebody that's,
that
might need somebody, I don't know.
I mean, I'd be willing to give it a try.
Right. You never know.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. I think stuff like that is definitely fun, and never say no to that kind of stuff.
Definitely. I just want to check the time, but yeah, no. So, your journey through photography, has there been any like low points as far as like starting your own photography business and kind of being your own, management and things like that? Like, you get a lot of ups and downs?
For sure. I want to say last year was the first full year that I did photography. So it still very much feels new. But I think with my photography, like journey in general, there's been a lot of downs and like self-doubt, a lot of not feeling like, I can keep doing it. So I have taken a lot of breaks compared to a lot of people. I didn't start it and then just continue it and go on. So 2020 I took a long break. 2021 I took a long break. 2022 I finally started to do it like half the year. And then last year, like I said, was the first full year that I did it. So I think it definitely comes with anything that you do is, you don't want to ever compare yourself to anyone, and I don't like to do that. But I do like to make sure that I'm in the headspace where, like I'm okay mentally and that way I can put on my best work. So I feel like when I have had lows, it's been when I haven't been in the best headspace. So now it's been amazing and I'm so thankful that, it has been very consistent.
That's what's up. I'm glad you're in a better headspace too.
Yeah.
So that's good. So and you were saying when you I just lost my train of thought. I did. I just lost my train of thought. But so art, like, do you feel like with your photography, is it a form of art for you? Like, do you feel like you have to be some kind of artist to get good pictures, or like, kind of equate the two? Do you think they go together?
I think they definitely do go together. I think when you have a business, more so it's like you want to make that, eventually like your full-time job. But I think people who just do photography in general are very creative people, and it can be any kind of creative side to them. I know a lot of people who do like actual art and they paint and they draw, or they love fashion and that's their creative side. But I feel like it's a little bit of everything. So I do think that you have to have some kind of creativity for it, because everyone's vision for it is way different. And I think that's creative in its own way. So when I say everyone has to be creative, that's what I mean. Everyone has a different vision for it. I can be doing the same, I can be photo shooting the same model, the same, space and everything, and have a friend who photographs them as well, and it can look completely different. So I think everyone has their own thing that they add to them being a photographer. But
so when you take your pictures, so your perspective is that, like, do you create a thought in your head of what you are imaging the person to be positioned as, or is it like kind of on the go and I'm just taking them, let me see how this angle looks?
I definitely like to plan my photo shoots in advance. So I'm very much a planner. I like to make sure that I know like the location and the look that I'm going for. So it's very much planned before, but with that being said, like I do like to, if there's certain poses that I think would look best with like that photo shoot, I'll try to like nail that on the day of the photo shoot. But in that moment, like you do want to make sure that you're just like going with the flow and that your model isn't too directed in that sense. So I like to go into it with the headspace that like I want certain shots, but in that moment, like if we get it great, sometimes you don't need it and you end up getting something better. So it just depends on it depends on the day of.
Got you. Is there like an average amount of pictures that you like to take during your set or your session with them?
No,
You just
it varies so much, and I'm very much an overshooter. So when I look and I like download everything, I end up ranging from like 500 to 800 photos. And yeah, so
that's a lot of skimming through, right?
Yeah, I have to cull a lot. So definitely not a set number on how many I try. Honestly, like as long as I'm like, okay, we get like a good portrait, a good full body, you know, like everything else is
that's
like,
what I was going to
next, in addition, but
it's certain like, and speaking of that, I need to cut you off. Do you have that like, I need to make sure I have a headshot? I mean, you have that set up like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It definitely depends too, like what kind of photo shoot you want. Like with branding and headshots and stuff, you definitely want a good headshot, a good full body. Like, you know, if you have if you're a lash extension specialist or an eyebrow specialist, you want to make sure you get the props and stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely depends on the photo shoot that you have, but I have like set things that I want to nail down during the photo shoot.
Got you. Speaking of the branding, like, do you like doing brand shoots and stuff like that?
I do. I've gotten a lot more requests to do it this year and end of last year. So I have been really liking it. Like I have been doing a lot of brow specialists and lash extensions people. And yeah, they've been like amazing, and I love like bringing their vision to life, you know. So I think that's what's fun about it.
And do you shoot like when you do those? Do you shoot the product setup too and stuff like that, or you just shoot like models?
I try to. Yeah, I try to. So if they want more like product photography, I try to do a little bit of both. I don't specialize in product photography. But if they have like their own props and stuff that they want to bring, I try to get that along with them as well. But,
Okay. Yeah. It sounds pretty neat, man. It sounds like a journey. It sounds like a lot of work going through 800 to 500 pictures. like go through that process real quick for me. Like, so you go home, you load it up to your computer, and you like 800. I took 800 pictures. And then your reaction sometimes like.
For sure, it's very overwhelming at first.
Right.
But I'm so used to it now that I'm just like, okay, like, it's 800 photos. Like, let's just get to it. And I'm a very like action person. So as soon as I load everything up, I just start culling. So I just start making sure that like all the photos that are blurry, out of focus, or eyes closed, anything like that, or just a photo that I don't like, then I'm automatically deleting it. And then I narrow it down to the ones I want to start editing.
Okay, so what are some things that you look for that you like, this is the one, if you don't mind?
So I would say it depends on the photo shoot, honestly. If it's like a creative collab, like any weird poses, I love. The awkward photos are the best ones. So those are like my favorite. Like a branding shot, like I said, you know, definitely making sure they're very like their face is visible. It's very focused and the lighting's good. If it's like a couple photo shoot, you want to make sure that you do get like a good photo. And I love couple photos that are like natural, you know, like where they're in the moment, you can really like see their dynamic. So stuff like that. I don't like it when it looks super posed, and that's like something that I'm always working on. Because I do like a good pose, but I do also like those natural shots. So if I can get both, like I love that.
Don't want to look too staged.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you ever think about like shooting for like runway?
So I had gotten asked to do like a fashion show last year. By one of, well, he is like my favorite studio owner, Chadwick. Recco Creation Studio. If you ever need a studio, shout out to Chadwick. Amazing studio owner and just person. But he had graciously like asked me to do a fashion show last year and to be one of the photographers to shoot for it, and it just did not work out for me, unfortunately. But that's something on my bucket list for this year, is to be able to shoot like, you know, Casey Fashion Week or those other fashion shows that they do downtown. I think that would be super
that'd be super dope, wouldn't it? Yeah. You said didn't work out. Was it your scheduling or something that just didn't line up with it?
So I had literally had to leave the day after for vacation, and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do this because it was at dusk. It was super late at night, and I had to be on a flight at like 5-6 in the morning.
Gotcha. You like, no, I need
I was
to
like,
no.
I can't do it. I'm so sorry.
No.
Yeah, it didn't work out, but it looked so much fun, and they did amazing.
Right. The opportunity come back around. So with the photography, is there like any kind of like tips or tricks that you can like give out to any like up and coming photographers? Anybody think about starting a journey?
Yeah, I love anyone who's like willing and wanting to get into photography, and I think it's one of like the best and funnest things you can do. So I would say just keep shooting.
Okay.
That's like my biggest advice. And I think had I like told myself that more in the beginning, I wouldn't have taken like as many breaks. But I would just tell them, keep shooting, even if, you know, like you don't think that it's something cool or whatever. Like those little moments help you like get better. They give you more practice. If it's your friends and family, just do little photo shoots with them, you know, but just practice. It's only going to improve your craft. And also like, don't be afraid to reach out to models or other photographers if you want to follow along with them, or you want to just do a little session and get a feel for it. Like just reach out to people. Network. Don't be afraid to do that, because I'm very much like now an introvert, and I feel like I get really anxious to do that now sometimes. But getting out of your comfort zone and not being afraid to try it out is honestly the best. It's only gonna be way better for you in the long run. You know?
But thank you for stepping out of your comfort zone. Come do the interview.
It definitely was, but thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it's especially since you said that though. So we coming down to a little bit of the end, almost close. I'm gonna start running my this and that questions. Y'all know how I usually go around this time. And since it's Kansas City, I like to keep it Kansas City based, especially since you're from the area. And
well, I moved to the area. I didn't grow up in Kansas City.
Oh, okay. How long?
I'll give it a shot.
Well, it's not too Kansas City heavy based when it comes to barbecue. So you know barbecue spots, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you like barbecue.
I love barbecue.
All right, well, cool. We gonna get it then. All right, so I'm gonna start out with the first one. I usually ask everybody this first one. Which would you rather have, love or money?
Love.
Love. Yeah. Okay. Too much sleep or little sleep?
That I personally take.
Would you rather have too much sleep, or would you rather have?
Too much sleep.
You want too much sleep, not a little sleep. So you're a big sleeper.
Yes.
Okay, unicorn or dragon?
Dragon.
Okay. Let me see. Let me go to another one. This is gonna be a good one for you. Music festival or art festival?
Art festival, hands down. Okay. I've never been to a music festival, but they don't appeal to me so much. Like unless it's like people that I like want to see in concert, like in general, like I can't. No, so it's too many people for me.
Yeah, I would think so too. I don't like even going to like live concerts really. So,
it's a struggle. So if it's an artist that I really like, then I'm like pushing myself to go, but it's hard.
See, I should have said the artist name festival. It might be a little bit harder. Okay, onion rings or French fries?
French fries.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with French fries.
Italian or Mexican food?
Oh, that's so hard. That's so hard.
I had to pull this one out.
Oh man, Italian food was my favorite food at one point, but I had to go with Mexican.
You gotta go.
I have to. I'm Mexican.
I know they go be like, she bad. Yeah. No, straight up though. No, I love both of them. No, I'm a pasta guy too. So,
yes, pasta.
Yeah, I love it. Let me go one more before we go to the Kansas City. Pirates or ninjas?
Ooh, pirates.
Pirates?
Yeah, pirates. Only because when I was a kid, I used to watch like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right. I think everybody's been picking ninjas though. So
really?
So you my first pirate. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Kansas City, and I love to start with the barbecue. So depending on what you answer this question, like it can continue on. Okay. But we'll see. So we're gonna see what you know about the barbecue spot. So we're gonna go to the first one. You should know these two: Gates or Arthur Bryant's?
Arthur Bryant's.
Oh, y'all heard it here for this first, Arthur Bryant's.
What? I said that?
No. Wow. Everybody say Gates. They usually like Jack Stack.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't love Jack Stack.
No.
I do like Gates.
Yeah, Gates is good. Yeah. But you Arthur Bryant's over Gates. You don't really hear that. What do you? The sauce? What the meat?
I think the meat.
The proportions.
And the portions.
Yeah. I can see that.
I went one time a while back, and it hooked me.
It did?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
But I like both.
Okay, so this is more of a neighborhood question.
Okay.
But I don't know if you're gonna know this, but you should know these streets. Prospect or Truce?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm around too much.
You know, just from what you know, just pick which side. Which I'm gonna set it up like this.
Okay.
Which street would you rather drive down, Prospect or Truce? Maybe Prospect?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Prospect is the best. Yeah, I'll pick
Okay.
Prospect because I like that on the Sundays they used to be out with their cars and
really?
there's a lot of traffic and stuff going down there. Truce, it don't really have too much. You got the Jamaican spot, Jamaican G's, you got Seven Heaven.
I've never heard of that.
You have?
No.
You got to try Jamaican G's. I got some good oxtails over there.
My best guy friend would love that. I'll ask him about that actually.
He probably knows about Jamaican G's from here.
And I've been wanting to try.
Oh yeah.
I've never had it.
And they got another one on 63rd called Guam.
Okay.
63rd and Truth.
Yes,
they're pretty fun. For sure,
Yeah.
I got you on that. And then the last one I'm gonna ask you is the Royals and Chiefs. The Chiefs, go Chiefs, Super Bowl champions,
Chiefs.
Man. You know what it is. That's what's up. I love the Chiefs. Talk about them since I came to Kansas City. Well, I came here since I was a little kid, so I'm from here.
Oh yeah.
You know, I do appreciate you coming on the show, man. It's been a great interview. You got any shout outs, anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Oh my gosh, so many. But
just say.
I'll keep it small. Shout out to my best friend Karen, who's behind us.
She is back there. Hey,
Karen.
She's there, y'all.
And she is just, she is like my person. You know, those people that just feel like home. That's my person.
Right.
Shout out to my dog Alvin. I don't know if you can see him. He's literally everything to me.
He's been all over me too, y'all.
And my boyfriend, my best other friend, Sharon,
Shout out to Sharon.
Jenny, Josh, my best guy friend Josh. So many photographers, and I know too, like just the whole community. I love everyone in the community and the models in the community. Just you for coming, for having me come on. Thank you so much, Alex. So
thank you.
I'll just say that.
I appreciate you. Hey, make sure y'all check her out, man. Book some appointments with her, man. Get some photos taken. She does a great job. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link. Go be in there and everything. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of This or That Podcast.
Thank you for
Thank my guests. Keep God first. Stay safe. Positive as possible.